In this video, I'd like to continue talking about finding the distance between two complex numbers. So we start with two numbers plotted on this complex plane, where the vertical axis is the imaginary axis, where these numbers are multiples of I, the imaginary unit, and the horizontal axis, these are the real numbers. And we can write these complex numbers, z1 and z2, as a sum of their real and imaginary parts. So for instance, z1 can be written as -6 for its real part and plus 3i for its imaginary part. And this number here, z2, can be written as a combination of 3 for the real part and -7i for the imaginary part. So we can say that z2 is 3 minus 7i. And we need to find the distance between these numbers. Or in other words, if we draw a line between these two complex numbers, we need to figure out the length of this line. And we can call the length of this line d for distance. And the general strategy is that we can decompose this into a right triangle. So if we drop a vertical line here from z1 all the way down to the imaginary value of z2, basically going from 3 or 3i at z1 to -7i for z2. And then from that point, we can draw a horizontal line starting at the real part of z1, which is -6, and going to the real part of z2, which is +3. And from here, we now have a right triangle. And the relationship between the three sides and a right triangle can be summed up with the Pythagorean theorem. So at this point, if we can figure out the lengths of the vertical part and of the horizontal part, then we can use the Pythagorean theorem to solve for this variable d, which is the length of the line or the distance between the two complex numbers. So to figure out the vertical part here, notice that the top is at 3i and the bottom is at -7i. So we can find the difference, or we can just count how many dash marks there are. But in general, we can just find the difference. We can take 3 and subtract -7i. So this part right here, we can take 3 and subtract -7 from it. And subtracting a negative is the same as adding, so we really have 3 plus 7, which is 10. And when finding this length here, we can ignore I, since we just want to know the magnitude of this line, the length of it. And like I mentioned, we could have also counted. Notice that it takes 3 just to get to the real axis, and then we count another 7 down to the imaginary component of z2, and that total distance is 10. So the length of this vertical component here is 10, and we'll follow a similar procedure to figure out the length of the horizontal component. Since notice that it has a real part of 3 over at this point here, and a real part of -6 here. So if we find the difference between those values, then we can figure out the length of this line. So let's take the bigger one, which is 3, and we will subtract the smaller one, which is -6, and 3 minus -6 is really just 3 plus 6, which is 9. So the length of this line here is simply 9, though again, you can count this. Though ultimately, you can notice that we're really finding the absolute value of the difference between their real values for this horizontal part. Since if we find the absolute value of 3 minus -6, we still get 9, but if we had switched the order, notice that when we're taking the absolute value, we would still get 9. Since when switching the order, we would have -6 minus 3, which of course is -9, but the absolute value of -9 is also +9. So to find the lengths of these components here, the vertical and horizontal, we're really just finding the absolute value of the difference and we can write it in either order, and we will still get the same answer. Since absolute value, when you get a negative value on the inside, the absolute value bars will make it positive. Though this idea of finding the absolute value, this is something we will revisit in a later video. For now, it's just important to notice that this approach works as well. So from here, we have a right triangle, and it has side lengths of 9, 10, and the hypotenuse is d, so we can use the Pythagorean theorem, since we know that a squared plus b squared is c squared, where a and b, these are the legs of the right triangle, and c is this hypotenuse. So we can call 9 and 10 either a and b, it doesn't really matter. So let's just say we have 9 squared plus 10 squared, and this is equal to the hypotenuse squared, which in this case is d squared. 9 squared is 81, 9 times 9 is 81, 10 times 10 is 100. So when we add them together, we get 181, and we now need to take a square root of each side of this equation to cancel out the square. And once we take a square root, we get that d is equal to the square root of 181. And since 181 is a prime number, we can't simplify this square root anymore. So the distance between the two complex numbers is the square root of 181. So we can write that into the box here, that d is simply the square root of 181.